Right. So what can educators be doing? So we know, Brian, that, you and I have seen it too. We talked about this the other day, is, the worksheet, traditional worksheets that are getting sent home. And in some cases, they're doing the same thing that they were doing before. And, some kids can see those worksheets and have access to them. Some can't. It depends on
Hmm.
their internet. Teachers are trying to do shorter, smaller videos so that they can, do some instruction that way. But if you don't have internet access, you can't get to that. So what could we be doing, or what can teachers be doing, and what can parents be doing to make this, to learn from this
Yeah.
experience and figure out a way to address some of these challenges in the moment, right? In the moment, what can they be doing now as an
Right.
educator? Let's talk about the educator first.
You
Um,
know, so my buddies behind me here, right? So I mean, children's television workshop is probably one of the greatest human inventions in the age of television and technology. And I think that we can look to what Sesame Street did and what Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood did and what Electric Company did as reference points to guide us as educators, because they weren't live, right? So everything obviously was taped and written in advance and rehearsed
Scripted and everything, right?
um, yeah. So we don't have that kind of time. However, we can do some of those kinds of lessons or ways of approaching things live. And from the beginning of when it was clear that we were going to stay home and that face-to-face class would not happen, it was clear to me, and that, well, the answer is go live. And obviously, a small percentage of people are okay with doing that just like that. Like, they have to really think about, do I want to be in front of the camera live on the internet? But I think it's the answer, because then we can just be real. We can just, we can have, hopefully all the security and privacy is set up by, tech admin correctly, so that there's no Zoom bombing. Everyone's talking about Zoom bombing these days. So, there are ways to protect the online classroom. So assuming that that's in place correctly, and of course assuming that kids are attending online, we can just do this. We can talk, we can share things. I can share my screen, I can do things live, I can show the process of thinking. Like, that's the greatest opportunity. Like, so much of what I was doing in the classroom was trying to show, how do I think about an idea, or how do I even come up with an idea, or how do I get inspiration from one object or some work that somebody else did, and then take that to the next level, where I turn it into a learning objective, and then turn it into a lesson plan, and then turn it into a series of lessons, then to a
Yeah.
unit.
I
Well,
think,
guess what? I don't have that kind of time. Just do it live.
yeah, I think that right now is a great opportunity for teachers to rethink their teaching approach, and how to teach kids to be lifelong learners, to be independent learners, and what are the skills they need to do that. I think that this is a